From the farmers and ranchers of Farm Bureau, this is Farm Weekend. The House Natural Resources Committee has proposed a comprehensive update of the Endangered Species Act. Chad Smith has more.
New legislation is aimed at providing improvements and updates to the Endangered Species Act. Shelby Hagenauer, Senior Director of Government Relations for the American Farm Bureau Federation, said the organization especially appreciates the updates help to incentivize early adoption of actions that would help wildlife.
Things like conservation benefit agreements. So if landowners agree to take certain actions that would benefit a species that could be listed in the future, if it does get listed, the landowners are protected from additional restrictions. It also updates the way federal agencies like the Western Water Providing Bureau of Reclamation consult with the Fish and Wildlife Service or the National Marine Fisheries Service about potential impacts of activities on a listed species.
Hagenauer said the Endangered Species Act was first passed with good intentions in 1973 to protect species in peril.
Unfortunately, it has not been substantially updated in decades, and so the time is now. In the absence of updates to the law by Congress, federal agencies are rewriting regulations every 4 or 8 years, depending on the policy priorities of the administration in power. This kind of back and forth is very uncertain for farmers and ranchers who rely on a stable regulatory environment.
After a potential House vote this week, the bill will move on to the Senate.
A Senate committee held a broad hearing on how to update the Endangered Species Act recently, and so we encourage them to move towards legislative action now.
Chad Smith, Washington.
U.S. set to use tariff funds to address high fertilizer prices. More when Farm Weekend returns.
The farmers and ranchers of Kansas Farm Bureau work daily to ensure they are raising the healthiest crops and animals with care to provide a safe and nutritious meal from their family to you and your family. Learn more about these Kansas farmers and ranchers and get great recipes featuring the products they raise by visiting our website, www.kansaslivingmagazine.com.
Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins said the Trump administration is prepared to dip into the tens of billions of dollars from tariffs and renegotiated trade deals to strengthen domestic fertilizer supply, stressing the need to invest in infrastructure and bring more production back to the U.S. According to Farm Week Now, Rollins said fertilizer prices could decline after the war ends, but in the meantime, the federal government is working directly with companies to help address high costs. She also raised concerns about the limited competition, saying a small group of firms largely controls the fertilizer market, an issue the administration is trying to tackle through meetings with top companies and regular outreach across the industry. Rollins said USDA has identified funding to help move more fertilizer into the market and support new investment, but cautioned that relief won't be immediate, noting that prices are unlikely to fall in the next few weeks and could take a couple of months to begin easing. Next, Insight with Greg Deering.
With Kansas Farm Bureau health plans, you'll find affordable Medicare supplement coverage that helps cover certain out-of-pocket expenses Medicare doesn't cover. We encourage you to compare our rates. Contact a Farm Bureau financial services agent near you or visit kfbhealthplans.com. Medicare supplements insured by Members Health Insurance Company, Columbia, Tennessee. Not connected with or endorsed by the U.S. or state government.
Now, Insight with Greg Deering.
There's an old proverb that says a society grows great when people plant trees in whose shade they may never sit. That idea came to life in Parsons recently, where Jennifer Mathis, Mona Owens, Pam Dugan, and Ron Betson were honored for helping start an Earth Day program that's now 3 decades strong and educates children across 5 counties. It started when Mathis and the Labette County Young Farmers and Ranchers stepped in, determined to keep a local Earth Day celebration going. They added a focus on agriculture and conservation, and today, hundreds of 4th graders attend each year, learning about livestock, crops, stewardship, and conservation, with help from Farm Bureau volunteers and FFA students. Even a tornado and a pandemic couldn't stop the Earth Day celebration, where every student leaves with a reminder, a small redbud sapling they can plant at home. Fittingly, the 4 who planted or watered seeds for the Earth Day event recently had a redbud tree dedicated in their honor, because while shade is a gift from the past, the true measure of success is inspiring the next generation.
Join us next week for another edition of Farm Weekend from Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture.